Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and this is the birth chart of Ashley Carpenter from Love is Blind. And she's a sun in Virgo. Sun just entering Virgo and moon in Aquarius. Possibly moon in Aquarius. I'm not sure. It could be moon in Capricorn. It's close. But either way, it could be moon Saturn conjunction. Closer conjunction. We don't know the birth time, so this is Scorpio is not the rising. So let's take a look at this. Obviously, very attractive woman. She has this Sun Venus conjunction. You see this a lot with so-called physically attractive. Definitely, it's usually physically attractive people. I don't find her that attractive, at least through a screen. But just generally speaking, a lot of people would find her attractive. There you see that Venus-Sun conjunction. You could pretty much say that the Sun is in Leo. It's in Leo or Virgo. So she has this big stellium here in Leo, and she was with that guy Alex, the soccer player. And I want to kind of focus on the opposite of Virgo, which is Pisces. That's what he was. He was a sun in Pisces, and he called himself, if I remember correctly, he called himself a nomad. He wants to move around. They were talking about moving to warmer weather, and she kept saying, I want to go, I can do it. But everything about her life, including her astrology, says that she's not going anywhere. And this is the thing, like looking at it, you could be like, okay, maybe she's gonna go, maybe she'll go, but it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. And you see here with specifically the Virgo, we're gonna talk about. He's got the Pisces. We don't have his chart, or I couldn't find his chart, so we could just say, generally speaking, he's got the Pisces. She's got the Virgo. And when you have these planets in these signs and houses, there's a reason that they're there, and there's a reason you're a Virgo. She also has Mars in Virgo, and she also has a bunch of planets here, including the North Node in Earth in Capricorn, and then, as I said, the Moon and Saturn in a Saturn ruled sign of Aquarius. Now, of course, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus as well. And the Uranus there is at 10 degrees. It's conjunct the North Node. It's making an exact... Well, we don't know if it's making... I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to say that because we don't know if it's making an aspect to the Moon. But it is making an aspect to the North Node here. But that's about it. There really isn't... Just looking at Uranus alone, there's not much Uranian stuff here except for the retrogrades. All the retrogrades could point to Uranus, especially here with this Venus retrograde. But considering this is the thing, when you look at astrology, you can see that looking at this and looking at the parts of this, that there is some aspects of there is some Uranian energy here, but is it enough to stick? When she's going to go through the changes in her life, is it enough to stick? She looked scared. This chart shows that she's scared. It shows that you can see the inconjunct here to the North Node. Like you can see, okay, where's she moving? She's moving from a place of... She's moving from a homey, insecure place of Cancer to maybe a more extroverted, if you want to call it that, more outgoing, ambitious. Not that Capricorn's ambitious, but like outgoing, but a more ambitious, worldly form of Capricorn, just generally speaking. However, the ruler, Saturn, is in Aquarius. So there's these dichotomies. You see the oppositions here between Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo. Leo would want to do those things. You see the retrogrades, the conjunctions to Mercury, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, the thinking, Lots of thinking. I want to do this. I want to do the Leo stuff. But then there's the Virgo stuff that would hold her back. And look in real life, what does that mean? What would hold her back in real life? It's not just in her head. She sounded like she had a really good job. She sounded like she had a really good job that she's comfortable in, that she's having success. The main part is not even the success, but like it's the combination of that and then the comfort that's there. Cancer. The comfort, the mental stuff for Virgo, that everyday routine, doing the same thing every day. You know, I had my mom, who had some Virgo in her chart, also had some Leo. Lots of creativity, lots of potential, very homey person at the same time, but always wanted to keep the same job. She was a secretary, didn't want to move up, didn't really want to change, because that's the Virgo stuff. That's the Cancer Virgo stuff that makes her feel comfortable. It's not really risky, you know, avoiding these risks that can really cause havoc. And the thing is, these risks, these Uranian impulses can cause havoc for people like this. I know for myself as well. I mean, I've done some risky things and some abrupt changes. Some of them have kind of stuck. Most of them haven't. But I think of someone like my mother or someone like this, it's less likely to, it's even more, I would say it's even worse for them than someone like me. And they just won't do it. So it's a very interesting dynamic between these two. See if we can see anything else. I mean, even just the Capricorn stuff and the Neptune there is interesting. It's like Neptune too coming in, and it's like, well, maybe just making some stuff up here that might be going through the head. It's like, do I want to give up the money? Do I want to give up the success? I mean, how many people in life have this dilemma that they can't give up? And rightfully so. I mean, it's like they can't give up what they already have to go do something that they want to do. You know, it's very trendy for people to think that you can do it, that they'll say you can do anything you want, you're just afraid, etc., etc. It's not necessarily always, it's not necessarily always that black and white. Same thing for her. It's not that simple as, you know, she's just going to do it, everything's going to work out. Things might happen to throw her back to where she was. And for her, from her standpoint, from a Virgo standpoint, that makes sense. I mean, looking at this, there is no Pisces. She has Neptune. That's pretty strong though. If it wasn't in Capricorn, Neptune conjunct the North Node, and if it wasn't in Capricorn, if it wasn't conjunct Uranus, a lot of people had this conjunction born between 1990 and 1996. I guarantee you, a lot of them have the same dilemma. And we see there's a trine to Mars, but it's moving away from a trine. There's not really much else. But just looking at the face of it, I mean, even the Jupiter in Leo, can the Jupiter, see if the Jupiter in Leo there, if she's going to make a jump to something else, she better be the star. She better be the star in some way. And if she's not getting it from that Alex guy on a regular basis, and she's not getting it from her new job, but she was getting it from her old job, no way it's going to work. There's no way it's going to work. This Saturn moon in Aquarius is extremely troublesome. Extremely troublesome from a depression standpoint. And I guarantee you this Leo is going to want to feel good. It's going to want to feel good. So lots going on here for sure. We can see by transit, Pluto is conjunct this Saturn, really shaking things up. And that moon there, that's probably where we see what's going on now, or what already occurred, really. Uranus is here, making a trine to, it's in Taurus, making a trine to that Mars. And then Neptune and Saturn are here at about 0, 1 degrees as well, making a sextile to that Saturn. Oftentimes we see this too, like there's an opportunity. Clearly there's something, you can see it by the show. She's in the show, she's doing it, it's happening. And sometimes I wonder, like, is this fate? Is it fated? Because I just see that I would love to be proved wrong, but it's like, it's almost like it's fated to go through this process with these transits, but then nothing's going to happen. Like nothing, the changes aren't going to stick. So why even bother? Why even bother? Other than this, these people, us humans, are just really at the whims of these energies for reasons we don't really know. To improve, to get better, to learn things. Is this a school? I don't know. Thanks for watching.